Hey, what's going on, family? Welcome to my Again, welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder. This is the Underrated Boxing Talk number 43. And we're gonna talk about some things. And so I want y'all to engage. Let me put this in. I forgot to put this in, y'all. Sorry for my inconvenience. Oh man. Okay. Um, but we had to be very, very honest what's going on in boxing. You know, the injustices is really happening. You know, I know there are some people in boxing in this space that are talking about it. So I'm not talking about y'all, but talking about the broader. They don't want to talk about it. So we gonna deal with that. You know, and then we're gonna talk about other news in boxing. So I invite some brothers on so they can get into it too. You know what I mean? So okay, brother Watcher, got you. So so we had to get into it. We had to get into it. Let me read this out and everything. So people just come on in and do this and everything. We read this out. Again, this is read this first. Come enjoy real conversation with the number one grinder, us as the righteous ones. Individually, let's make a change within ourselves and genuine being there for each other. We all we got. Yep. We all we got. We all we got. Remember that. We all we got. Let me see what's going on here. All right, all right. Oh, how you feel? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Brother Watch, he said he'd be on in 5 minutes. So we gonna hit this intro. Um and After that, it's going down. It's going down. The Underrated Boxing Talk number 43 after this.
Sometimes people don't know how much hard work you put in. But when it comes time to battle, you must think about each and every day that you put that hard work in.
Why don't you play anymore?
Brian Banks was 16 years old when he was accused of a crime he did not commit.
Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Doctors. Yours truly, the number one grinder, TS Boxing. If you want to get on, let me know. I send a link to you. I don't have no problem with that, but it's up to you. Well, welcome. Before I bring Brother Watcher on, D Hodges in the building. Thank you. Miss Kinky Curl, thanks for coming, sweetie. Thank you. Please stay. Also TS Box, like I said, if you want to get on, type it in the chat and I see you the link. Now we're gonna bring the one and only Brother Watcher from down under. There he is, right there. When he come back,
We're here. It's good to be on, man.
Thank you to all the come through on the Underrated Boxing Talk, brother. This is number 43. Now we're gonna get into it. I invite some brothers on and everything, so hopefully they be coming soon and everything. Now I know you heard about that bum Alvarez. His boxer in the camp on PED. He tests positive to PED. And he got the nurse said that he drunk some herbal tea.
I mean, like yesterday when I heard about it, I was like, we'll see what happens. But I watched Drew Titan's stream today, and I saw someone put a comment of the substance, and it makes you pretty much makes you urinate, makes you cut weight quicker. It's beneficial because Valdez fights at featherweight.
Mm-hmm.
That helps. Okay, these guys, they walk around at like 140 pounds or 147 pounds, and that will help them cut weight. So by the time they get in the ring, they're not going to be drained. They're going to have an advantage. I forgot what the name of it was called, but look, when there's smoke, there's fire. And I've always been skeptical of Valdez. I've never liked him. I don't know. There's just something about the way he just goes on about himself. He was talking a lot of shit about Tank as well. And Tank said, well, it will be on site. It will. I don't think Valdez remember as well, for him to knock out Burchell, who's much bigger, who has pretty good punch resistance as well. That always made me like question this guy, because I look at Valdez, he blows up in camp when he's not in camp. He's huge, but he looks completely different when he's in that like fight mode. But again, you got the Canelos, you got the who else is in the camp? That's a bit suspect. Canelo. I know Andy Ruiz lost a lot of weight, and I don't think Andy Ruiz is on that. But like I said, it wouldn't surprise me. Anyone that's under a lot of people that are under Eddie Reynoso is suspect. There's now a radar, and the radar will pick up things that look unusual.
Yeah.
I don't trust Valdez. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I forgot the name of the thing. I'll look it up. But when I did look it up, it's just very beneficial in terms of you losing weight, cutting weight, getting endurance. It's not right. What is going on, really?
What's going on? What's going on? But I want to talk more about this, Brother Watcher. And I know that when we talk about this, we had talked about it in the past, even in MMA and also in the MMA talk and also boxing talk. But I would say this, and we have to talk about this tonight. And I know other people in the space has talked about it, so salute to them. But it seems to me that for a long time, the ones who be test positive PD is the white fighters, and majority of them have been white fighters and the Spanish fighters, and they make excuses for them. Now we never say that no black fighter haven't tested for PED and stuff. They have, but they sprinkle a little here, sprinkle a little there. But there's different things they get punished for it. And it seems like, no, I ain't gonna say it seems, but I'm going by what we see when we know. But it seems, I mean, like it seems, but throughout the years, mainstream media, y'all playing a dirty card. You stick your nose at the black fighter and stuff, and then when anything that happens, you go after them. You go after us. You go after us. But it seems like the white or Spanish counterparts, you don't go after them. You make excuses or herbal tea, or you make excuses of them, or you gotta understand. You make excuses, and even some of our people fall right into that trap. Look what happened to Bernard Hawkins. Got the nerve to say that Earl Spence is faking an eye injury. And we might bring that up a little later if you want. But we got to talk about this because it's getting out of hand. It's really getting out of hand. And I know people don't want to talk about race. Oh, you think about race, everything. No, but you're not doing your parts to talk about it and let it be fair. Y'all don't want to be fair. Y'all don't want to be fair. So people like me and Brother Watcher and TS Boxing and others in this space, when we talk about it, we the people, we the ones they need to listen. Because you're not doing your job. You're not doing your job. And some white and some Spanish, we not the ones who do it clean in boxing. We not talking about y'all. We're not talking about y'all. So let me put this out there. But y'all know the ones who are dirty, and y'all still don't want to call them out. We know Canelo Alvarez has been dirty for a minute. Ain't no allege. So this going to be talked about tonight. And I thought at you, Brother Watch.
That was great, man. That was great. Like I said, man, I mean, look, like, again, I'll give the benefit of the doubt to anyone, any fighter, if what they have in their system provides no benefit, like if it's for a certain condition or something, right? But when it's for stuff related to how you perform well, no, you're on my hit list. This is I'm not about it. Like, Oscar Valdez is just a rat, and I've called him that. And Tyro knows this in the chat. Valdez is a rat. He's a true rat. Reynoso cannot be trusted. That's another guy. He can't be trusted with certain people. What do you think he's only got, like? And again, I'm worried because that Cuban guy, Sanchez, the heavyweight, Frank Sanchez is with Reynoso. I hope there's no dodgy business there, because he has a really important fight coming up for himself. If he wins that, he's in, he can get to the top 5 after that, or near that. So I don't want him to piss that away just because some guy in his camp is like, take this, I mean, look at Canelo. Like, that whole thing was embarrassing with him, with the meat thing. I never really talk about that because it's like, Canelo is just like fucking, like, he's a P word in my opinion. I don't even like to say it out loud like that, but like, he's probably like, my brother, you must take this. This is good for you. Some bullshit like that. I'm telling you, man, these guys, they curdle these guys up into a ball in which they just, it's like they follow whatever the other person does. Yeah. Valdez again is a small, vulnerable little rat. And he should give Burchell a rematch because Burchell gave him that on a plate. And Burchell was winning, but I don't know what the hell went wrong. He went freaking crazy in that fight. And then he ended up getting put to sleep. He wins that fight, maybe him and Tank is next. And then maybe we get a real fight. Right. Imagine Burchell waking up yesterday and freaking being like, damn, like, what happened? I mean, I'm hearing this stuff about Valdez. Please tell me it's not true. Wait, I got put to sleep by this guy. And maybe he survived the onslaught because he had some shit in his system at the time and they didn't catch it. You see how, this is like reminding me of like what Oscar Rivas went through. He wasn't notified back in the week of the fight against Dillian White. You understand? And then he ended up getting hurt in the second round. And that changed the complexion of the fight, you see? So this isn't something to be overlooked. Like I said, there's we got a bunch of clowns over here, and I'll get to cooking Bernard Hopkins later because
we gonna say that for later. Yes.
Yeah, but again, it's even the media never helps with this stuff. They just sweep it under the rug or kind of try to lessen the blow, take some heat off the blow of it. It's not gonna work with me. I'm telling you that. But none of us here.
Yeah, it's not. And so we had to talk about this because it's been going for a long time. And brother, watch the way he talking. He knows we've been talking about this too ever since I started boxing. I first got to know Brother Watcher even last year. And then it seems like it's like going off deaf ears of mainstream media. And then I'm just saying that we look at, and then we I don't want to bring up Furry, but we have to look at Furry. What happened? He got COVID, but a week later he's in Las Vegas. Not a sound from mainstream media. And then the Valdez thing that Brother Waters talk about it. Bar Aaron want to keep that on a hush hush. So it goes to show that that old racist snake that he is. The same one that those subliminal shots at Brother Wilder. But y'all know all this along mainstream media, and you keep your mouth shut. But we right here tonight, we exposing y'all. And I know the other ones exposing y'all. Y'all keep on doing what you gotta do. I'm on your side. But tonight we are talking about this. We talk about the hypocrisy. We are talking about the racism. We're gonna talk about all this tonight. And like Brother Watson said, we're gonna talk about Bernard Hopkins because there are some odd people that they want to be on that, they want to be on their side, and they gonna be. We gonna expose them tonight. Then Brother Watch, I want you to talk more about Caleb Plant and Canelo fight. I heard this that's supposed to be on. Is it true?
I've heard that it might be going ahead. I've heard it might be going ahead. It might be getting closer. But I'm gonna have to see until it's like official. I think Canelo wins that fight. A lot of people are gonna disagree with me. Caleb Plant better fight his ass off. He better fight his ass off. Because if he doesn't, he's getting put to sleep, man. He's gonna get embarrassed out there. Talking all that shit. Yeah. Caleb Plant talks shit about every opponent Caleb Plant in his face, he talks shit about. He'll talk shit about Canelo. And I don't even like Canelo like that.
No, you don't. I don't either.
I think Canelo beats him. I really do. Overhand right or a left hook. I mean, if a guy like Uskadeki is gonna, I don't even know how to pronounce that guy's name. Someone's gonna correct me soon. But if he's able to walk you down and land hooks in those exchanges, Canelo he's a master at that. He's very good at that. Kind of getting you. And again, Caleb Plant, people say that he's slick, right? But he's not really. He's no Lara, you know what I mean? He doesn't bounce like that. He doesn't move quickly like that.
Right.
He's actually quite flat-footed, in my opinion, because he likes to glide, and he squares up a lot on the ropes, man, a lot when he tries to glide away.
Yeah, he don't slip.
But again,
he'll slip. Yeah.
But again, look at how much trouble we've gone to even get this fight. Apparently, Canelo is asking for more. From what I heard.
That is true.
I mean, shit. Like, man, how much money do these guys want?
Right, but this is what I'm saying. But if Canelo asked for money, I'm saying if he say I want 50 million. I say like this that to take everything. I would say this, despite how we feel, because I think Killer could pull it out. I will tell my session in a few seconds, but I would say that he should ask for 20 million. Why not? If Canelo asks, if he can what ask for 50 million, I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out there. He should ask at least about, all right, I'm a champion too. I should get 20 million. Why not? Canelo, you gave a sparring partner how much he got? Watcher.
I don't know. I'll look it up now.
Cause he got some dough now. That sparring partner.
He got 2.5 million for the Canelo fight. That sparring partner.
Right, 2.5 million. So he 2.5 million, and he's not even in the top 5. So I say it like this: I'm a champion. I want 20 million. I see that's more than right. But also, I'm gonna get back to that. I said that I really think Canelo Plant could win if he made the necessary change that you was talking about, the slipping and everything. I don't think he should be flat footed. I think he should be light footed. And I say like this: to beat Canelo, you gotta make him fight off his back foot. You gotta make him feel comfortable. Every way he go, you gotta make him go backwards, and you got to have the stuff. You got to have the endurance to do that. I think Kelly Plant could pull it off, but I don't know. But I think the question is, and I want you to say that I'm right or wrong. I could be wrong, but of the training, if they do not train him, that he got to change quite a few things to make him go backwards. To switch up I'm talking about how you say that the slip the punches and stuff, because you are right. Caleb Plant is stiff like that, and make sure that his footwork is light and everything.
Yeah.
You know, I really want Caleb Plant to win. I really do. If they teach him that and they show him that, I believe that he have a chance to beat Alvarez. But if not, I'm with you.
I'll laugh my ass off if Canelo loses that fight, because that would be embarrassing, man. It would be embarrassing. This has been the plan all along. It's been the plan all along. You know, he could have been undisputed at 154. He could have done it at 160. His third time a charm, maybe at 168. You know, like, we'll see, man. But at the end of the day, Caleb's got to fight his ass off, man. He's got to train. He's got to fix that footwork up, in my opinion. I feel like people, you know, are bigging up Caleb because they don't like Canelo, which I understand. But even though I don't really like Canelo, I mean, Caleb's got to get hit. And I don't know what Caleb's chin is like.
Right.
You know? I know he's disciplined. He's disciplined. But again, you can only talk so much. I want to see you. Let's see if you can do it. If he can do it, I'll be very impressed. But again, like, you know, for Canelo, if you're gonna like, Benavidez would be good at pushing Canelo back.
Right.
Like, he'll fight him. He'll fight his ass off.
Yeah.
You know, can Caleb do that? I have no idea. I've never seen him really go at someone like that. He should just keep it long, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that I really believe that Kelly gotta. I think Kelly gotta keep it. He gotta mix it up and everything. And like we were saying, he gotta push him back. Don't I mean you can make him go sideways too, but driving at night, I want you push him back, make him feel comfortable, make him feel very uncomfortable. When you get him in the ropes, mix it up, go to the body. What do you try? Because you know Canelo Alvarez, we got to give one credit to. He an excellent counter puncher, especially off the ropes. So that's what that means. That what Brother Watcher was telling you, you cannot be stiff. You got to learn how to slip it. That means you got to use your shoulders. You know, when he goes to slip, you know, move your head a little bit, slip that, you know, and counter and stuff like that. So I hope that his training camp give them the tools of that. But if not, I'm looking for he could put them out within like I said 5 or 6.
The training is important. You must
Trade
train
very important.
accordingly.
Yes.
You must. You know, and I think in the past, in the next couple of months, we're going to see that get exposed, because some guys they give it a good talk, but when they get in the ring, they just get flatlined. You know, and they run out of gas, and their technique's no good. Yeah, in certain situations and positions. So we'll see, man. Caleb says he's very dedicated. Again, we'll see, dude. We'll see, man.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna see. So let me introduce the brother George Pace, the Emperor of female bodybuilding. Also, the MMA extraordinaire. Oh, I'm sorry, brother Watcher. Boxing and MMA extraordinaire. Yes, up, brother Watcher. But then we got this one right here, MMA extraordinaire and female bodybuilding extraordinaire. The one and only brother George Page.
You put too much on me, you know. I'm just a casual.
I'm lying. Am I lying?
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying
Okay,
you're lying.
just something. You good what you do, man.
Hello, brother Watcher.
What's up, man?
How you doing? I would have came in a little early, but tonight's my Dr. Pepper episode night, so I had to watch it.
You funny. Yeah, but we did talk about. I was telling you on the phone about Valdez got caught a PD, and you know he comes from PD Godfather, so Alvarez.
Yeah.
Man, and yeah, let me say this because I want you to get into it, and also, brother, watch. I want to get to it. Why, why y'all people in the mainstream media, y'all, yeah, go ahead and explain, because
Well, the thing is with mainstream media, they like to be ignorant when it comes to other people. More often, like especially MMA. But we do a lot of MMA talk, and just recently, a Russian MMA fighter who fought about a while back. She got busted for taking a banned substance, and she's suspended for 2 years. She fought against Lauren Murphy. We know her. She's going to be fighting against Valentina Shevchenko in maybe about a couple of months, and she got caught. Then you had TJ Dillashaw, who just came back after being busted for EPO or something like that, and and then you have this is another fighter by the name of Jessica Bonet, who was suspended, then popped and suspended again, and it's just people try to find an easy way to trying to get so they can do better. But the fact is, steroids don't make you a better fighter, a better player, or anything. It just helps you train longer. That's all it does. And remember when Manny Pacquiao was going to fight Floyd Mayweather? Floyd said, "I'm not fighting him until he gets tested." And Manny kept dodging. And look what's happening to him now, because he's losing a lot of steam. He's getting older. He can't keep it up anymore. So and it happens too often. It's trying to find an easy way up. And when you get caught, then you want to go, well, I just was going with my trainer tell me. This is happening in bodybuilding. You don't always have to go with the trainer tell you. You feel like something is not healthy for you or dangerous for you. You have your own mind. You say, no, I'm not going to use this. I don't need this. If I don't do it, if I don't get it right the first time, I can keep doing it again. But this is not going to help me anything. Only purpose of it is for, like, you take something. I remember it was Bernard Hopkins, not Bob Hopkins, James Toney. Now, James Toney was busted. Remember that years ago, but James had an injury and he was taking a steroid because I think he broke his arm. And it was not even like a real heavy steroid. It's a steroid that helps you build your bones, but because it's still considered a steroid, he got busted. But he had a doctor's permission, he had a doctor's note that telling him he was taking this, because he had an injury. And some steroids is used for injury. Also, if you go through cancer, steroids used to help you build back your system. It's just, if you get your doctor's permission, say, hey, my doctor's telling me I'm taking this. As long as you're under doctor's supervision, it shouldn't be a problem. But if you're taking it legally, and if it's not recognized, because it's different steroids. There's steroids that help you get your appetite back and gain weight. I remember one time I was this lady I was talking to. We were talking via chat, and I was telling her I got hurt a while back. I was taking a steroid. She asked me what kind of steroid it was. I told her what kind of steroid it was. She said, "Oh, I can't use that type of steroids."
Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Mm. All right, brother Watcher.
Like I said, people got their own will, man. They gotta make fucking decisions for themselves. Actually, I want to see what Oscar Valdez has really said about this whole situation. Because for me, man, the guy's 30, so he's still he's entering that territory of his prime, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But fuck me, I just don't understand why every time something like this happens, there's just radio silence from that side, By any fucking bet, you'll have fucking Canelo come out and fucking be like, oh, he's a clean fighter, he's a true warrior, this and that. Fucking Canelo come out. I got feedback on your end, George.
I got it.
Yeah, all good. But I mean, shit, man. It's a fucking mess, man. I mean, where the fuck is Sean Porter at on his podcast talking about this? I ain't seen a fucking video from him talking about this, but him and his buddies want to talk shit about Wilder or fucking, Errol Spence, fucking questioning them. Huh? You fucking with them? Sean's with those guys as well. The fucking old media. He's probably with them as well. Huh? What happens when something like that fucking happens to you? Do you think they're gonna give you the same fucking treatment? Huh? They'll just fucking turn on you.
Yeah. Well, you know how old media, they have their pets, and the pets would do their beating. Instead of saying, what, this man's doing this. Why don't we talk about that? But no, when they would say, hey, boy, don't say nothing about that. Keep that quiet. Keep yourself. Follow the script. And they don't ever do that. And then with somebody else, like you said, mentioned Wilder never got busted. He's never got busted. Oh, there's some question about Tyson Fury a few times. That's why he doesn't have a license to fight in Europe. That's why he was supposed to fight Anthony Joshua. They were going to fight somewhere in Dubai, but the reason that failed because the fact was that there was I think it was some kind of a production issue, and that's why that fight fell apart. And now he's in a corner. He either got to fight Wilder or retire. It's just crazy.
And also,
yeah.
No, go,
you go ahead, Underrated.
No, go. I'll wait.
Go ahead.
No, you can, whatever you need, say it.
No, and I was saying this in October. I've been bringing this up. October 20th that Dylan's supposed to fight somebody, say TBA. But I thought you said makes me that he's supposed to fight Wilder. So what's up with the TBA jump? If he gonna fight Wilder, he gonna fight who want to fight Wilder or not? He running his mouth too.
Dillian?
Yes.
Dillian's fighting Jermaine Franklin next.
We call him over at you see his comment Sports Birdie from I think it's Birdie for Street Fighters or whatever. That's that, that's what coach call him.
Yeah, but I thought he's supposed to fight Wilder. You got all that smoke for Wilder, and now you fight Franklin. Come on, so PD legend, come on.
He's fighting a guy that's 20-0 who has fought no one, and gets hit with the left hook all the time. That's White's favorite shot, But they're fucking like when Wilder fought Ortiz for the second time, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone was fucking grilling Wilder, but they overlook this. This is acceptable to them. This is an acceptable fight in their eyes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess everyone's got an opinion, but shit, Really? Are we really stooping this low? Man.
They just had nothing else to do because, see, one reason they don't like Wilder because basically simply he's too black, too strong. That's a fact of it. Anybody who's like ever since Ali, let's go back to Ali. They still hate Ali. The man's been dead and buried for almost 4 or 5 years. Jack Johnson, they hated him because he was driving around with white women and and doing what he wanted to do, beating up white guys, and it's just that anybody that doesn't fit the ideology, especially where we go with Caucasians or they just don't like them. But you get somebody because they, well, yeah, I'll do this for you, boss. I'll do that for you, boss. In a different situation, and and like I say, I don't follow Wilder that much, but I do watch. He comes on, he talks about my people. He's when he wants to be silent, he'll be silent. But when he wants to say something, he'll say something. Then you don't like that, and that's why they look at somebody like Earl, not Earl Spence, Bud Crawford. When something happens, like you make comments like when the Black Lives Matter thing happened, Floyd would say all lives matter. No, all lives don't really matter. Only certain lives matter. And when you stand up about something like that, and you make a point about that, it doesn't fit their narrative. That's why it's most time sports have always been political. Ever since when Colin Kaepernick said where he was sitting down when they used to do the national anthem, and then he started to take a knee because he was told by a soldier that's the way we remember our fallen comrades. And it just pick and choose,
Yeah. Go ahead, brother Walter. You go ahead. Just.
I mean, Floyd fucking, I mean, what can I say about him? He does his thing. He never really
stand for anything.
He didn't stand for anything. He just stood for his own money, and that's cool. I mean, at the end of the day, you do you, but don't come out here. I mean, there's a fucking video. Have you seen the video of him and Wilder hugging each other? Like they're at an event, and that was when Floyd had to talk a lot of shit. Like, you gotta understand, like when guys like Floyd talk, a lot of the casuals look at that as like truth. Like, that's a fact, right? He's like,
Right.
oh, Wilder's losing to Fury. He's losing bad. He's getting outboxed, blah, blah, blah. I walked out of the arena. Like, that damages Wilder's image. You understand? Like, that is damaging that, right? And for him to kind of not show that same energy to Wilder in person, that told me everything, Because Wilder's a nice guy, he thought, fuck it. I guess, we'll just embrace here. We won't cause a scene or anything because it's not going to look good, right?
Right.
Again, like, I don't understand these people. Wilder should really be, embraced by his own people as well, because he does a lot for them. He does a lot for them. Because, I mean, fuck, look what, I don't know what's happened with Jamal Charlo. I don't know what's happened, right? But, again, I remember Drew Titan was saying that, the certain protection that you do have with the fans, you threw that away because you attack people like Wilder. You lie. You talk shit. You see? The same as Jamel. Yeah? And when something goes wrong, you're not going to have something to fall back on. It's you by your fucking self. Yeah? And then old media got to jump on board and fucking grill you for any little mistake you make, any little slip on a banana peel. Yeah? I mean, shit, look what happened when Jamel had a draw with Castano, huh? And Jamel fucked up in that fight because he could have had Undisputed. He could have finished Castano in that fight. He could have. But he didn't do it. And old media, they got their fucking chance to grill him, and they did. Yeah? And look what's happening now. Tim Zoo's coming up. Costa Zoo's son. And he might get the fucking next shot at Castano. And he might beat Castano when Steel is thunder. You just never know. So everyone's got to be alert with these things. You got to be, when there's opportunity to kind of establish yourself and be real with things, take it. Trust me, because getting it back will be a fucking challenge. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know Costa Zoo's son was fighting. I ain't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always believe. Go ahead.
I mean, he ain't all that. The son, he's good, but he ain't world level like that. He's not world
Yeah.
level.
All it is this: if Zab Judah had took that knee and shook it off and took the 8 count, he would have beat Costazu. You know, but he did that stupid thing he did. He tried to choke the referee. I saw Mike Tyson was there at that fight. I saw that fight, and Mike tried to calm him down. Because him being Mike from Brooklyn. But
Yeah.
after that fight, I think Zab Judah was really the same. He kind of lost his steam after that fight.
Yeah, ego, man. Fucking ego. He could have took the knee. Just take it. There's
Mhm.
nothing wrong with taking it as long as you come back and get the win and show your heart and show your mindset. Like, be smart in there. But no, he didn't do it. He fucking went on a tangent. He
Yeah.
did it to himself.
Yeah, he messed it all up because actually he was a good fighter, and then his rivalry with Floyd, that was a thing, because him and Floyd used to be. I remember I was watching years ago. I was watching. He was on Rap City. It was Floyd was on Rap City and talk about how Costa was like jealous, whatever else. But I think it was mostly Floyd started this stuff. Costa was kind of the cool fighter, but I think Floyd might have had issue with him. He just instead of Costa taking a deep breath, saying, "You know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna shake it off. I'm gonna do what I gotta do." He just let it get to him. That's all he did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just for me that the hypocrisy. Hey, what's going on, brother? Thank you so much for coming. I want you to go support my brother Absalom from yo, good brother right there from my hometown, New York. Big up to BX, Bronx, and everything. Want to go support. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the Underrated Boxing Talk number 43. You got the one and only brother Watch from Down Under and brother George Page. We are talking about boxing. We talk about hypocrisy of boxing, and we exposing these fools tonight. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And wherever you want to bring up Bernard Hopkins, brother Watcher, you can. Or you want well, we go. There's something else you want to bring up. We say his ass for last because I want to cook this one. I want to cook. I want to cook him really, real nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I still remember his last fight because it was the same night where another fighter, Ryan Faber, on that same night he retired. The same night Ryan Faber retired. I remember that fight was that white boy didn't knock me out. That white boy didn't knock you out. Bernard, you were out between the ropes, brother. You were done. Yeah.
Oh, I'll get to that for sure. I'll get to that. But I want to quickly touch on the situation going on at 147.
Let's go.
Um,
I'm going to talk about that too. Let's go.
You might be knowing where I'm going with this, but
Yeah.
Bud Crawford and Sean Porter. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on with that situation? Why does everything have to be a fucking maze, man? Like, this shit is ridiculous. Now, the purse bid, remember, we were talking about this in January, right?
Right.
With all the others.
Yup.
The purse bid's now been pushed back, right? By 14 days now, right? And I heard that Sean Porter's asking for more money now.
Okay.
What the fuck are you asking for more? Like, I don't understand, dude. Like, and then I heard that Arum and Crawford, they weren't responding when negotiations were meant to be going on. What a mess this is. This fight ain't happening. I'm gonna call it right now. It ain't happening. There's too much. It's too much of a circus. It's not happening. You gotta wait. We gotta wait for one of these guys to fucking take the step forward, man. It's crazy.
And see, that's the reason why MMA is getting more attention than boxing, because the fact is boxing is just, is getting that no one fights for legacy anymore. I remember back in the day where you had some great boxing wars. You had Gotti and Ward. You had Ali and Frazier. You had, Leonard and Duran. You had, these great battles, and now you don't really have them anymore because fighters, like when I lose one, you lose one. We try to break that tie, and then you don't have that. because it's gotten too political now, and these young boxers coming up don't have the heart. It just, it's just sad.
Ain't that the truth? That is
Yeah,
the truth, man. You know, like I
yeah.
said, man, what the fuck does Sean need money for anyway? He's making over $1 million in fucking 2014. You know what I mean? Like, what you asking for? And as for Bud Crawford, man, he is the most fucking unreliable guy, man. I'm telling you.
Is
Like, you
yeah.
gotta fucking with him, you gotta fucking walk down this street, fly a plane, fucking go to a volcano, fight this elderly person, fucking rob a store. Like, you gotta fucking do everything, man, to get a fucking fight with this guy, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, and Sean asking for more money ain't fucking helping either. You know?
No,
It's
it's
kind of
not.
purse bids to like this shit is going and look, Eddie Hearn, he might get in the fucking mix with that,
Oh
right?
God, oh God, Eddie
Yeah,
Hearn,
And when
can't
yeah.
stand
if he
him.
gets in the mix, if he gets in the mix, best believe, dude, Sean Porter ain't gonna fucking come out of that good because he's done business with Eddie Hearn before. He couldn't get a rematch with Kell Brook. He
Well,
couldn't.
See, Eddie Hearn messed up the fight between Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. See, one thing was, the thing is with women boxing is that these women don't get paid enough, and one thing is, they don't get enough attention because, like, one thing is like that Sunday is, under the undercard of the shit show, you had Amanda Serrano versus Masato, and that was a pretty good fight. I watched it. I found it later on YouTube. All I got to do is search. I found it. It was a pretty good fight. Amanda Serrano was a pretty good fighter, and she wanted to fight Katie Taylor, but what it was, she said, want more money. But that's fair to ask because, you got to go all the way to the UK to fight her. And the thing is about Katie Taylor, she used to train here in the United States. Why have to go all the way over there where you mostly, especially when you had the virus going around at the time, you have to do a quarantine. It costs like I said, as you know, I am the emperor of female bodybuilding talk, and there's a couple shows coming up, which is featuring some female bodybuilders come overseas. There's a bodybuilder named Irene Anderson. She's doing quarantine in Turkey right now because she's supposed to compete at a show called a Rising Phoenix in the next week or so. And also, no, I think no second. She's doing the Olympia, which is the big bodybuilding show. And a lot of these bodybuilders got to do a quarantine. They do it in Mexico. They can do it in Turkey. And you got to do a quarantine before you go overseas. You got to do 2 weeks here, or 2 weeks there, 2 weeks back. That's a month, and that's money you're losing. You're not making no money while you're sitting there, and you got to keep yourself in quarantine. So it don't make sense. And she wanted a little extra money in her pocket before she went over there.
yeah, but I want to. That's good, but I want to keep it. I want to keep I want to keep this in Boston because what I'm thinking about right now, I got to bring this up before we continue. Bruce Ennis. It seems like Bruce Ennis is the boogeyman in the welterweight division. They don't know Bruce Ennis. Now we know Bruce Ennis, but could we talk about that? Because it's like the boxers got amnesia when they mention Bruce Ennis.
Oh, like Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman's like, oh, I heard he's good. You fucking seen him. You know who Boots Ennis is.
Right.
But you acting like, see, that right there just tells me everything. That's okay. You're not serious. See, that's another one that probably should just fucking retire. Because he ain't fucking doing anything. He's just he's acting dumb. Don't act dumb. Don't do that to yourself, man. Don't lower yourself like that. Why don't you get this young lion out of here so he can't develop and have an even better chance of beating you? You see? Boots Ennis is like, that's a very cold individual. He's a little scary, him. He's real good as well. A few adjustments and he's going to fucking wreak havoc everywhere. You know? Like, Sean Porter's like, I'm not fighting him. Oh, I don't want to fight him. You know what, though? I heard Errol Spence say, I'll fight him. I did hear Errol say that. Errol was like, I'll fight him. I have not heard anyone else say that they'll fucking fight Jerron. No one else. At all. None. Keith Thurman must have amnesia from that Manny Pacquiao fight. Shit. He's like, I heard the boy is talented. You want to get in the ring and find out? You get my respect if you beat Jerron. But He's the boogeyman. I'm telling you, man. No one wants to fight that guy. No one, man. No one.
No, they don't want yo. I mean, Boost who? Who? Boost? He from Philadelphia? I've never seen him. Come on, let me show you on YouTube. You see? Nah, I don't know. See, you gotta understand. No, I don't want. Please, no. You dream about it. No, I don't know Boost. You see him? No, I don't know him, man. But you know, he top 10 and you top 5. You beat him, right? You could definitely move up. You're not fighting him, right? I don't know. I really don't. And they know, like I said, they know him. That you, like you said. So we gotta call that shit. We gotta stop calling that as it is. From now on, anytime for the near future, and I'm talking brothers on the panel, even brothers in the near future that gets on the panel, we gotta push Bruce Sinners. We have to. George, you can get at this.
Well, like I said, I don't watch as much as boxing like I used to. I don't. I don't know who Bruce Ennis is, so I can say honestly, yes, I
But
don't know
me
who
and
he
Brother
is.
Watcher know. Brother Watcher, I mean, do we see? They scared him. They don't want no parts of. They got yo. No, they get brain dead or I don't know what's going on, but they up. I'm telling you.
Hmm. He must be that scary if they, if someone like Ponytail Thurman don't want to talk about him.
I'm telling you, Brother Watcher, tell him about Bruce Sinners, please.
Boots is what, 24 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He fights in both stances
Yep.
actively.
Oh wow!
He's got power. He can fight on the outside. He can fight on the inside. Um, he's good. He's a very good body puncher. He has good defense. He needs to improve that defense. Very good conditioning as well. And he can take a shot. He can take a shot. Like I said, he needs some improvements just in some areas, but
Right.
every time the name is brought up, the only guy I've ever heard say that he will fight Ennis is Errol Spence. Everyone else just fucking blocks him out or says, I don't know who that is. And, I remember Ennis said Ugas is next. I want him next. I didn't hear Ugas fucking say anything,
None.
So somebody speak for somebody else instead of speaking for themselves.
But
Yeah.
this what I'm saying, brother George. This been going on for a long time now. It seems like when it gets to him, they get amnesia. You was at the fight, man. You remember? You see Bruce Ennis? I ain't see Bruce Ennis. You was sitting right there, front row seat. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I thought he was somebody else, man. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
He sounds like he's like Lord Voldemort from Harry Potter movies. The name you do not want to speak.
Yo, they don't want no parts of him. And the thing about it, he's 24. He big for welter, so that means one way or other, he going to 154.
Hmm.
He's that
Yep.
big, man.
That's the thing is, like I said, is that like I said, boxing, like I said, it doesn't have the bite like I had used to when I was coming up. I grew up about the tail end of the Ali era, the beginning of the Tyson era. I mean, you had Tyson, you had Evander Holyfield, you had you had the Spinks brothers, you had the great late Marvin Hagler. I grew up in that era, and then the last few years, it just seemed like it's kind of. I feel like when like guys like Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis, and then Evander Holyfield, well, he kept on fighting for a little longer. He shouldn't have. And some others started retiring, and the new generation coming up is kind of like kind of fell apart. There's no hunger anymore. I mean, that's what it is. It's just it lost that hunger, and it's just. I remember one time. This is a true story. When I was out, there used to be a strip club. There's a strip club up the road where a place I used to work at. I used to hang out there, and I was going there because they used to show boxing matches. I used to love to go there at night, on Saturday nights, watch the fights. And I remember one of my old school friends and I were there at the time when Sugar Shane was fighting Floyd, and he's telling me, George, bet me, George, bet me, George, bet me, George, bet. I said, nah, man, I'm not gonna bet. I don't believe in betting. Betting for me is like walking out my door and not get hit by a car. That's gambling for me. And Shane had a couple of good shots against Floyd, but Floyd beat him. You saw he dominated against Sugar Shane Mosley. And I used to love to watch that. I remember the time was Mike Tyson's last fight. That last fight he had, he's beating that guy. What was it his name? Kevin? No, it was Kevin. I forgot his name. It was this big white dude. He was beating him. But then Mike just sat on the stool. He quit. He was a little overweight. He looked like Curly from the Three Stooges. I mean, but he just quit. He had that fight. I remember I was just getting in the parking lot. I was listening to something to the radio, and by the time the radio went off, and got out of my car, the guy at the door said, man, Mike quit on the stool. I said, what? I said, no, dang, I can't out here anywhere. Well, let's get a lap dance, have a good time, and that's it.
Yeah, I tell you, yeah. Let me get the names up before we continue, because Bernard suck up. Oh, I'm sorry, Bernard. I can't say get on his knees. I can't say. I can't say that. That they're gonna take me off. So I saw YouTube. So fair use. Let me see. Let me Absalom Pinkett TV. Thanks for coming. I appreciate that. First time. What's up? What's up, nephew? Thanks for coming, sir. Oh, Badaru, thanks for coming, brother. I want you to go check out those channels. Excellent work that these brothers be bringing to the table. Please go support their channel and participate. Thank you so much. My channel is the Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder, one of the best case secrets on YouTube, the best of the business. This is the Underrated Boxing Talk. Get out of it. I ain't know about this, but I have to really think about number 43. Number 43, and I'm with Brother Watcher and Brother Ojo's Rage. George, I think George, this is the first time you've been on the boxing platform, right? Of mine's, right?
Yeah, I've listened to it sometimes every now and then, but yeah, it's the first time I've been on.
All right, this is the first time, so that means no excuse. So I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to come because I don't do it, man. Get it out of here. You coming back. You coming back. And
I'll
then
think about it. I can't make no promises.
Okay. We gonna leave it like that. I accept that. Brother Watcher from Down Under, also he been on an MMA platform and also boxing on this channel too. And so I appreciate everybody had come to the chat. Please hit the like button. I can't say the X word. Bell. Put a brick on it and bell. You know what I mean? If you the first time on this channel, hit the bell twice. So wherever I come, you be the first one to get the notification so you can get on. Because there's some people say they sometimes they get it late. So that means check your channel and make sure that the bell is lit up too. Check. Please check on your side. And also I do have a cash app. It's $capital JT 53000. Or you'll hit me up with a PayPal. It's paypal.me / all in caps JT Black 53. So if y'all want to donate, that'd be greatly appreciated and stuff. Anybody else that want to add on before we get to this suck up clown?
Oh God.
No, I'm ready to fucking roast him.
Oh God.
Okay.
I'm just gonna listen to y'all.
I'm Brother Watcher, I'm right behind you. You just, man, listen. You go ahead first. I say mine for last.
Man, Errol Spence must have really beat up one of Hopkins' the young prospects coming up in the gym, which is what Errol does to a lot of these guys. He beats up a lot of these promoters and managers, prospects up and coming. They put him in sparring with Errol, and then Errol ends up beating the shit out of them or stopping them. But not even that. Like Bernard at this point has no credibility. 1 minute he's against De La Hoya. The next minute, he's making money with him. Same with the guys like Canelo, you know. But, you know, Hopkins can't really say much. I mean, he fought Kovalev instead of Adonis Stevenson. He could have fought Adonis Stevenson.
Yes.
He could have, you know. He could have fought him, but he chose not to. And he knows fucking why. Because he would have got his fucking head knocked off his shoulders. Yeah? But instead, he fought Kovalev. He thought that would be the easier fight. But instead, you know what he did? He looked to survive. He looked to survive in that fight. He didn't come to win. And even if he did, he sure as hell didn't equip himself very well.
No.
Then after that, he fights Joe Smith Jr. Gets hit through the ropes, denies that he got beat, and had to bring the thing up of no white boy can beat me. Maybe a white boy wouldn't have beat you if you fought Adonis. Adonis was one of your people. You couldn't give a brother. That brother was going to give you an opportunity, but you didn't want it. You thought you could fucking get these two, and you end up fucking losing. And in the process, you got dropped, and then you lost the decision in that fight against Kovalev, and then you got fucking knocked the fuck out. It's not in the ring, out the ring. I gotta get it right. Out the ring. Yeah? And then all these years later, you come back, and Roy Jones Jr. is doing the same thing just about. Yeah? Attacking Errol Spence for his eye. Huh? What did he say about the eye? He said, I don't trust it or something. Huh? Let me read what he said. I'll quickly look at what he said because he was talking a lot of shit about it. I remember, I didn't even watch the interview. He said he demands proof of Errol Spence's eye injury. Well, we got all the fucking proof we need.
Mm-hmm.
All of it. He says, if you tell me something now, you got to show me. I think the fans in the world deserve it. The fans in the world deserve to see you against Adonis Stevenson, and you did not provide them with that. The fans were owed you to put good performances up in your fights, like against Kovalev, but you didn't do that, huh? Yeah? What else do you say? I mean, he was just fucking shitting on him. Did he need proof when Canelo tested positive? Did he need proof when Fury did all his scheming in the second Wilder fight? Huh? Did he need proof? He said, oh, come on, it's excuses, this and that. But when Errol gets an eye injury where his eye could come out and be permanently damaged, you want fucking proof, huh? You are fucking embarrassing, dude. Let me tell you that. Okay? You don't fucking box anymore. You're fucking old now. Okay? You don't do shit now. Okay? Where has this grudge come from? Where has it come from? Maybe you're with the fucking old media as well. The same people who shit on you years ago. Huh? When you beat Trinidad, people were fucking mad. Yeah? Because the events that occurred before that fight, they were fucking mad. Yeah? So just know, yeah, that this business here that you're doing, I'm telling you, man, it ain't fucking nice. And no one is impressed. Apart from some of those fuckboys like Mike Coppinger and all that. Because they enjoy that shit. But I'll pass it along now.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys cook.
Well, let me say something real quick. People forget that B Hop was in prison, and they always bring that up about him being in prison. You know, if he was the dominant one or was he the bottom bitch? That's and it's just a funny thing about that he forgets that, and he also was a guy, as you know, he was the one who made the reference to calling MMA gay sex. I mean, years ago he said that, and I used to like Bernard Hopkins, but the fact is he just kind of became a clown and stooge when he became one of De La Hoya's boys. Now, Sugar Shane Mosley also became De La Hoya boy, but I think Sugar Shane broke ways with De La Hoya, I believe. And it's just I don't know. I just after that whole we got knocked out by the white boy. That's just come on, man. He sounded like some old man who just couldn't take the fact that he was losing. He was an old man by the time. Everyone keep talking about Luis Ortiz, but B Hop was already just about 50. And Ortiz is just in his mid 40s. Tell
Let me
me,
just add one thing, and I'll let you continue. I'm sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
He said that shit about MMA, right?
Yeah.
But at the fucking same time, he's in Rashad Evans' locker room giving him advice. You see how fucking fake this guy is, man? He's fucking fake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's had respect for it. Then always there's a topic about him and Roy Jones fighting. Now I see why Roy didn't want to fight him. Now, it's kind of seems like we talk about Misha Tate and Ronda Rousey. How people, Misha Tate, she's a hater. She's a straight hater, and that's people like that who have that they're just haters. They have that toxic energy to them. And you don't want to be around people like that. You don't want to deal with them, financially or anything, and he just became this, a clown. He's a stooge, he should have his own business, stand on his own 2 feet instead of being, with Oscar De La Hoya. I mean, I wouldn't go to Oscar De La Hoya's house and eat a club sandwich, because I'd be saying, well, Oscar, what you use that knife for? What you use that? He often is that as a black man, especially a black man who when he went through, he went to prison, he came out, he was doing pretty good, and then all of a sudden he just lost his steam. I don't know what happened with him. Maybe I don't know. He just, I think sometimes say that when you be in prison as long, it's just you have that mentality, and it just that's the effects of it. I don't, he has some issues, And the thing about boxing now, boxers be controlled. Used to be back in the day was controlled by mob. And a lot of guys like the late Sonny Liston, he was a convict, and sometimes that convict mentality, whoever's the highest in the picket order, you have to bend down to them, But I just can't say much about B-Hop anymore. You finish up Underrated.
Before we continue, organized crime still control it. Ain't changed.
Not as much as it used to be because big business has taken over. Remember, Vegas back in the day was controlled by organized crime, but then big business taking over. Organized crime's still there.
Oh.
They still have a foot, but not as strong. Like ever since, like my favorite movie I'm gonna say is Goodfellas, and they say they got too involved in drugs. When they got involved in the drug culture, they became snitches, they became users. The drug culture, kind of took the shine off the mob, because a lot of these guys, even though they were selling stuff, they were using it, and you shouldn't be, when you're selling product, you shouldn't be using it too. And that makes them into snitches. They make them into users, and that's if you, like you ever say if you ever watch some of these old mobs talking about, hey, we never want to deal with drugs, like The Godfather, when they came to him and say, hey, let's deal with drugs. Like, no, I don't deal with drugs. I don't like that stuff. And the guy said, like, let them, like the party said, like the animals anyway, so let them lose their souls. So that's how they feel about it. That's what happened to the the mob still have a foot in it, but not as strong as it used to be because big business are taking over. They took over Vegas, taking over what's everything now. Big business is taking over.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
I got you. But brother, watch, but you missing something, George. And brother, watch. I want to get it. There, I forgot the name of it. There's a Boston association. There's a Boston association, Boston sanction. A Boston company. They from Europe. They kill people for years. And matter of fact, what's the name of it, brother Watcher? Matter of fact, Ferry is part of that.
Oh.
Oh, you mean MTK Global?
Yeah.
Is it them? It must be them.
Yeah, it is. That's the one. They had took over boxing, brother Rage.
Must be Russian.
No, they're Irish.
Irish.
Ooh, that's just
Irish,
bad.
yeah.
That's just I think the Irish mob is just as bad. Just as bad. The old Costa Nostra mobster is it lost a lot of little steam, but now you have a lot of the European mobsters like the Irish, and you also have the Yakuzan and the Triad, the Asian mafia coming through. And I think they said that and then you also that the Mexican mob. But they say the Russians are a lot worse. What I'm hearing.
Yeah, I can tell you right now. There's a documentary that came out last year Yashiel talk about them. They ops. They ops. You know who align with them? Aligning with them. You got Bob Arum. You got some of them. The sad thing about it, they got. I think they promote. I think they run. I think it's 2020 boxers that are from U.S. They pay their sanctions and stuff. That box pay their sanctions, and I'm telling you, they are taking over. But they are taking over boxing, and that's why that oh yeah, I think a lot of people don't want to talk, but we talk about it. But it was so funny. Again, before I get to suck off Hopkins,
That's
I will cook
hilarious.
him. And but it's so funny, Brother Watcher, when he mentioned that, they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about that. And then a lot of promotions except about Aaron, except the PBC, they are so they are so they are so I'll be right back. Keep it going. I'll be right back. I get some.
Mhm. Yeah, but like you said, like yeah, it's just now, it's still there's still criminal element to it, but big business is taking over a lot of everything. Like I said with Vegas, how back in the day, how like even his sad thing about it, and this is one thing I'm going to mention, the former president, Donald Dump, he doesn't even have one of his casinos. He don't even have a gambling license. He has a Trump hotel in Vegas, but the guy don't have a gambling license. And that was to tell you something, you know. And he used to deal with the Russians. The thing is like with it's just that the boxing just has always been like that. It's always been a criminal element, and there's used to be some respect among criminals. There used to be people say, "Nah, there's no honor." There was a ideology of honor among criminals, and the fact is, it's not that anymore because of how the culture has changed. You know,
Man, Don King was a fucking that guy was a piece of work, man. He fucking
yeah, yeah. I think he
you
still
know.
has. I think he still have a lawsuit from a couple of fighters because he juking my money. Ali practically almost broke under him. Tyson
It's
had it.
funny. It's funny because like I heard some fighters talk about him and like you know, they were saying that when they were under Don King, everything was clean, everything was on point. There were no issues or anything. But like some guys just fucking had a really hard time with him. I guess it just depended on like how he saw how much like star power you had and your mindset. Like, could you fall for certain things? Could you be
Right.
naive to certain
Mhm.
things? Because like I'm telling you this, man, Don King, if you asked him, if you were a fighter under him, right, and you asked him for like 100,000 in cash, he'd get that for you in like a fucking couple hours. That's just how he rolled,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mhm.
I think he did. He go to? Did he? I think he killed someone. Actually, I think he went to
Yeah,
prison or
He did.
something.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He
he
went to
did. Yeah,
prison. He went to
yeah.
prison.
He killed somebody, and after that, I think he got caught in a homicide too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Oh,
That was like I think about the '60s.
Yeah, it was in the '60s. Yes.
Yeah, because that was still like around the age of I think when you still had the Black Revolutionary movement, the drug culture was getting really big. How you remember Nixon made deals with even the politicians made deals with criminal syndicates. That's one thing to say about JFK. He made deals with the mob, and Richard Nixon made deals with the mob. He brought drugs in, which brought them to black neighborhoods, and that's when and you can't blame black people for drugs. You got to blame people who got the control of the planes and who can get the connection and bring them in. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Let me put this in. Stanley Johnson, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please hit the like button, share this out, and hit the bell. If you're the first time, please can't say the word, but we gonna say the S word. I'm saying S, and then before we go, TS Boxing, welcome back. He said, Don King, tell him, Savi, tell him, Woo Woo, I told you I wouldn't tell nobody, but I just cannot keep it to myself. Woo,
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, drum roll. You know, I see, brother watching Ray. They always want me, lighten up more and everything. You know, you know, uh, you know, B hop. You know, you a dirty B. You a dirty B, and you don't, ooh, I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna say, you used to hop on you used to hop on your foot, but you hop on your knees, B hop. Oops. Did I say did the number one grinder said that? Yeah, you hop on you hop on it, and brother George and brother Watcher, they explained you real well. You know you're a racist, weasel, or you a bigot weasel. You don't know, but I used to say that, but you know who you are. And now we talk about Valdez and everything, and you still down with Oscar De La Hoya, and we don't hear nothing from you. You don't even defend the black fighters, but you so quick about Big Baby Milk. Oh, you so quick, Tom. Oh, he need to get thrown out and everything. He need to do all that. But Canelo Alvarez, that Aki Sports, shout out to Aki Sports, that shows marks where his waist at and everything, and you still do not want to say nothing about it. You don't want to say nothing about it. What is it? B Hop, do you have cum in your eyes or something?
Oh God.
Or the mainstream media had hit you with the ruler in a certain place that you know that it feels good. You know what I mean. I want to know. And then what's that fighter's name? Brother Watcher, that down with Golden Boy, his last hope of Golden. What his name again?
God, Golden Boy. I don't know which
The last one that runs it like the B, the ID and all that, IG and all that. What's his name again?
Oh, Ryan.
Ryan. He was Golden Boy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Thank you. That's all I need. So we got him. We call him humping the white boy. Trip over the chair. Look at ha. Well, I'm saying get on your knees, hop. Why you didn't say nothing about that? And also, this is the same one. Oh, something happened to me. I think something happened to me. What happened was the next week or few days he was in Hawaii was with some women. B Hop, where you at, bro? Matter of fact, you not a bro. You on your knees, begging me, please. But you got all that, again, I gotta say it again, but you got all that smoke for Big Baby Miller. Big Baby Miller, he did wrong. You didn't fight for him. But it seems like throughout the years, you want to fight the white fighters that violate the sport in Spanish. But now I'm talking about some. But you won't say anything about them. And people like me and George, Brother Watcher, and even the ones in the chat why we don't want to watch boxing. Why sometimes that people talk about boxing, we brings the stuff up. Because you know why? Because it's not being talked about. You are being a hypocrite. Black, comma. You is a sellout, not just for boxing, but you is a sellout for our community. You are a sellout of the black fighters that put it on the line for decades and decades and decades to help bring the promise of boxing. And I'm not talking about the other ethnic groups in boxing that became champions that stand up to ethics of boxing. I'm not talking about y'all either, because y'all need to be recognized too. But we have to keep it real. Black fighters have took boxing to the highest levels that never's been before. And you're supposed to be part of this fraternity, B-Hop. But I know why. Because you don't deserve, you don't deserve to be part of it. They got the Temple University almost a month and a half ago, got the nerve to give you a PhD of Dr. Bernard Hopkins. Give me a doggone break, because what you do in the ring, but you have not. It's all about you. We was the one when you fought De La Hoya. It was a lot of people was against you, and we had your back. And when you hit De La Hoya with that nice hook to the solar plexus, and he couldn't gasp for air. It's not just when you win. Us as a people win. Because the Spanish people, the Spanish media was saying nasty things about you. And when they were saying nasty things about you, they said nasty things about us. And we support you. Yeah. Black power. Yes. Shout out to Tone Malone, my day one brother. Thank you. And again, you turn your back on us. You don't want to give your stinking ass the kiss. Only we just saying the one we do boxing in these spaces is to be fair. If you're going to call down the line, doggone it, call down the line. But you don't want to do a mainstream media. And Bernard Hopkins, you are part of it. And other former boxers, you're part of it. And then also, you don't think that we heard about how you throw subliminal shots of Deontay Wilder? Huh? You don't think we heard about that? Because I know I did. I know Brother Watcher did. And I know the others did. Get mad because you don't stick up for your people. But Deontay Wilder still doing it to his day. Because Deontay Wilder understands a continual disrespect of black excellence in boxing right now. And you are reaping the fruit of it, B-Hop. But that almighty dirty dollar had captured your mind. Huh? You keep your mouth shut. And them other fighters, former boxers too. Maybe I should create the grinder, the grinder squad. I'm gonna start grinding y'all out. Each fight, I think I'm gonna start that. What do you think, brother watching? We should, any fighter that disrespect our culture and disrespect disrespect boxing, we should grind them out. Are you with that, brother?
All the way.
Okay. So maybe the next one we're gonna start grinding one. We're gonna make up a list. We're gonna start grinding your fools out. And any trainer, and I'm gonna tell you, trainers, anybody, we getting it all. We getting it all. Then you got these young black fighters right now. They don't know what's going on. They refuse to put in the work. And also, PR, I know what you heard back in the days, like the Sadie Sanders and you know, and the rest of them had to fight almost 6 or 7 times out the week to feed their families, and they had most of their persons getting taken, and they just come home to barely just feed their family, feed themselves. What about the late great Archie Moore of the 30s and the 40s? He had to hitchhike. Just being a light heavyweight, all middleweight contender to get in the fight. So he went to Australia, you know, could have had the riches, could have been treated as a king, you know, could have been the man, you know what I'm saying? But he knows he has to come back because that's the way it's at in America. And he took care of all comers. Did he lose to the heavyweight? Yes, he did. And he almost beat, you know, the late Marciano.
Mm-hmm.
He almost beat him. He almost did. But at the same time, you don't even want to talk about. You don't even want to talk about Jack Johnson. You don't even want the late great Jack Johnson. You don't want to talk about the late great Joe Louis. You don't want to talk about Muhammad Ali. Can I go on? You don't want to talk about the late great Sandy Sadler and others. And I'm talking about not just the champions, but I'm talking about even the ones that was not even noticed, like scrapbook boxing is talking about. But also you want to piss on us that the one that bring in the news. See, we the real media. Suck up, B-Hop. And I'ma say about the women that is in the sport too. Y'all bunch of suck offs either. You're down low, you're down low feminists. Got the nerve to talk about, oh, this boxer is sexist. But look at you. I don't see. I see you very close, sniffing on them trunks. And I'm gonna tell about these. I'm gonna talk about these fighters. Say if you're listening to your boxing, stay away from them because mainstream media is setting you up with them too. Now there are some doing a phenomenal job. Not talking about y'all. So let me put this out there. I'm not talking about y'all. I had to bring it up. But get back to B-Hop. You are standing on the shoes of the black fighter they're not just fighting in boxing, fight against racism of all levels. They are some had to go to war and come back and still be disrespected. You stand on the shoes of them, B-Hop, and the rest and the other ones that disrespect them too. How dare y'all? And then not telling that the family is going to be good with them. They look at them the disrespect way. Despite they put their kids to school and all that, and they get disrespected. But they keep on going. And not one time, B-Hop, you have not reached out to Big Baby Miller and talked to him as a brother. Brother, you doing wrong. Let me show you how to get back. If I pull some strings, I get you back in. Because no matter how Big Baby Miller, he has a family too. Yeah, he messed up. Yeah, he should pay for it. Yeah. If I think it's very extensive, yes. But look at Furry. Look at again Canelo. Now we got another one in a camp. Oh, I drink. It's something in my herbal tea. It's this and that. Let me say this. I don't care. All cook in the building. Hold on, brother. I'm gonna drop the link because we gonna stick to boxing. Laying right now, we're gonna stick to boxing, but I'm gonna drop the link to you in the few. Hold on. Just hold on tight. I gotta get this off. But we talk about boxing. So we gotta stick to boxing. Then all of a sudden, right? Then, brother, watch it talk about Copenhagen, right? That you was getting knocked all over the place. And if I'm not mistaken, I remember you fought Kazaki. And Kazaki put a hurting on you. Now, when you won the light heavyweight title, you was the first middleweight done that. We salute you, brother. You was right there. Because it was our win too, because it's very, very hard what you did. But I want to know why you did not get the same respect of the late. I'm not he the late. I mean Tommy Hearns that in 6 different weight classes that he won. Was it 6? No, I mean he won 6. He won 6 championships. Some of them that he's undisputed. And that was during the time that you was fighting. You remember, come on, hit, B Hop when Thomas Hearns that fought Sugar Ray Leonard in '89, and it was a tie. We know that Thomas Hearns had won that fight, but you want to big up Sugar Ray Leonard, right? But if you think about B Hop, all right, Sugar Ray Leonard did have a better first half of his career. But you know who had a better second half of his career? It's Thomas Hearns. And you know all this. B Hop. But nah. But you want to big up Triple G. Cherry picking. Sweet Caroline. Did, did, did. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to do that. Sweet Cherry Line. You got Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, he's great. Don't get me wrong. But he been cherry picking too. But you want to be in alignment with them. And then let me say let me finish this up. And lastly, of all this, you be with Oscar De La Hoya. Fishnet pantyhose, short skirts, look so sweet. You want to do business with him. And he had a history also disrespecting black excellence in boxing. But at the same time, you wonder why, like me, Brother Watcher, and George, and the people in the chat, why we bomb on you, and the ones in the space, why we bomb on people like you, because you have not represented the black man masculinity. and you feel that you supposed to be not being called on because you feel that you're entitled. No, you're not entitled when you disrespect another man's ability to feed their families, another man's existence. That the black man that box at the overcome, purse after purse after purse, decades ago, getting robbed. But all along, they had gave us excellence. And along the way, the promoters still robbing them. Now, people say, what about Don King and stuff? He robbed people too. Oh, he gave $1 million. He still robbed people too. Then we got you shook hands with an old no good bar Aaron that stole the company away from the late great Muhammad Ali. But I ain't see you stand up to him. All Cook, I'm coming. Just stay right there, brother. Because we gonna stick to boxing. So be hot. The question that we need to ask you, do you want to be on the right side or the wrong side? Because what you doing right now, you are what you are do. You are casting 4 stones of the ones that help bring boxing where it is right now. Okay? B Hop and the other former fighters. How dare you, B Hop, and the rest of your fighters? And that's enough of the underrated boxing commentary you could build on that. All Cook, stay right there. I'm getting you on. Hold on. Give me some time. Go ahead, brothers. Build on that, please.
I don't really got anything to say, brother. You put the man on the barbecue. Put it like to excuse me, watch. I don't mean to offend your Australian, but you put a shrimp on the barbie.
And that's I'm just giving you the B game. Go ahead. I'm sorry, brother Watcher.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Underrated. Just I don't know what's wrong with these guys, man. At the end of the day, something got to give, man. There's got to be some fucking leeway, but
Basically, say like this is. Oh, excuse me. Go ahead.
Guys like Wilder, and Errol, very important. Very important.
Mm-hmm. Best way to say like this is I like old movies. There's an old movie called Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. It starred the late Jimmy Stewart, and he was a true believer. And the problem is that when you're young, you're a true believer. When you get older, you lose that true believer. You just fall in line to the ideals of everybody else. No one can stay the same person as they was when they first start off when they're younger. And occasionally things change. You get family, you get money, and then you put aside your beliefs and faiths because the fact is you just want to fall in line with everybody else. That's the fact of it. It just happens. Some people could stay true believers. Others eventually just say, you know what, we're gonna be we're gonna be just how the best way to say it. You could be just fall in line and just follow the order, follow the leader, and that's true for. It's just there's no real true believers anymore as it used to be.
Yeah. Brother R Cook. Sorry, brother R Cook. Go check your email right now, brother. I sent it. It's right there. Just when you see it, just come on. I just sent it. It went through. And I would say this: anybody that we gonna stick to boxing tonight. So Obadiah, brother Absalom. If anybody that wants to join on, please you can join on. But we are sticking it to boxing. So I'm saying we gotta stick to the boxing, And but I say that y'all because this been bottled up for a long time, and I say it somewhat even in the past, and it just like it feels that the sole disrespect of the ones that had done it. You know what I'm saying? Of impossible conditions for years. You know, and but the ones who non-black, y'all also reap the fruits of them, and it downright pissed me off. It does. So we have to say this. Yes, it does. For a long time, it goes up just a few. When you a white fighter, if you a Spanish fighter, you get the you get caught, they push you through. These are facts. Oh, they alleged is doing it. But when the black fighter do it, and sometimes they get blamed for something they ain't do, but then we don't get the alleged. Oh, he did it. He did it. He did it. And let me say this too, though. Too. When I'm talking about us as a people, and I want your brother Bill on this too. There's quite a few b hops. Sadly, it's in this sport, and they circle around. Okay, all cook, stay right there. Stay right there, all cook. I'm sending it again because I know I sent it, but maybe I sent it. Um, so y'all can go and Bill on it, man.
Um, it's just like I said, it's just there's no true believers anymore in the sport. Nobody, it's when money talks, bullshit walks. If you don't have, like I said, it's just that I feel like boxing don't have the same faith like it used to back in the day when I was coming up. And then it keeps changing. As you know, like I said again, I don't follow it much like I used to, other than maybe when I hear about Wilder every now and then, or Pacquiao, who should be go ahead and retire after getting knocked out by a guy like Ugas. People talking that Ugas is gonna get whipped. Who's gonna get whipped? But look what happened to Manny. And he's using excuses like my legs wasn't steady. But didn't Wilder say kind of the same thing when he was fighting Fury? But everybody was, on Fury, on Wilder's back about his legs not being steady. But then no one not saying anything about Manny's when his leg wasn't being steady. It's just a double standard. If you're not black, you get more leeway than you are. Then it's just the rule. It's the system is built against us. And it's not meant for us. Even when we follow the rules, like I said, when I know we're talking about boxing, but I'm gonna point out just like when Obama was president, he had to do 10 things better than the last guy, and even didn't better for the first guy, but they still judged what he was doing because he was a black man, and they didn't like the fact that they were in beholden to a black man. He's the man who killed Osama bin Laden, who kept had 3 major pandemics hit. He got in when George was going out. He had swine flu. He had those SARS. He had the swine flu. He had the Ebola. Wasn't he stopped it? But then this dumbass comes in and they gave him a plan that could work. He didn't want to follow it because the fact was the black man said it was okay. He signed off on it. And this is always like that. It's going to be always like that, no matter what. We want to sit at the table, but they don't want us to have a seat at the table. And then you let some certain ones get a seat at the table because the fact is they agree with your ideologies and your beliefs. Because they can say, well, I do what you want, boss, so you can do that, boss. It's just sad, but it's just the fact is that it's just heresy. That's all. It's heresy. And we keep people like B Hop, who should stand on his own 2 feet, be his own man, do as he does, do his please. Don't be at the behest of a guy who is a known sex offender, who has done weird things with kitchen utensils, who who's a cokehead, and it's just it's just sad, just straight up sad. I don't want to leave any dead air. So anybody else got something to say?
All cook. Check your email.
Hmm.
I send it. It went through.
It's just like I said, that's why I watch more MMA. I follow more of the women in MMA than I do with the men because, I think men have too much drama in MMA, compared to the female counterparts, and that's why I think that's why they get more attention because you have people call out somebody, you have, and it's just even now in boxing, no one calls anybody. Put a mic in my hand. You used to be back in the day. You say you got to be talking joke about somebody like you don't want to like Mike Tyson. I remember who was it? You know, two Mitch Green. Two blood Mitch Green. Remember when he was out there in the streets, man, with his shirt off, saying about Mike Tyson, he's a sissy. He's scared of me. You don't have those guys anymore. And he fought Tyson in a store and got his eye busted over a jacket. You don't have that anymore. I mean, that's what I grew up with. When they see each other, they you don't have that. We need a two blood Mitch Green type back. We need guys like that back. We need that. But now everybody's too. They're not savage anymore. They've gotten too civilized. That's a problem. When you get that money, you get too civilized. Mike Tyson was crashing cars. And it was a good thing what to do, but that what made it so exciting back then. And the talk and the speech and the fights and everything. I seen Rockman jumping over the table after Lynch Lewis. I mean, it's just I got nothing to say. It's just, whatever y'all got to say. Just I'm kind of done. I'm gonna be like Raquel Pennington when she fought Amanda Nunes. Said, "I just want to be done."
Underrated. Do you want me to send it to his email?
Must be something. Sometimes when I try to say something to somebody, when I do my interview, sometimes it might get into their spam. Tell him check his spam or check his trash. It might have happened like that sometimes.
I'm sorry. I'm mute because I know I sent it by 2 or 3 times. So she said check out the spam or trash.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is my email right here too, bro. So send me the email right now, my email, and I'm gonna send you the link because I know I sent it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or maybe should I post it on here? I don't. Let me see.
You got to repost sometimes. People can't see your junk mail.
I know that's what I'm saying. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? But
tell her. Does she have her her IG? Her IG. Just send it to her IG like you use sometimes. That might help.
I don't think I don't know the IG. Okay, hold. I'm gonna take it to all cook. Hold on. All cook, just come on. I'll post it in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it like that.
Yeah, that could work. You can post the link in the chat. He just
Here it is. So all cook, just hit that and come straight through. Because I sent it and they went through. And sometimes Gmail, sometimes people say, I send you email. Sometimes they say, man, I finally got like a day or two, a few hours. I told you.
And sometimes you might put in, like, I remember I was doing an interview with a lady last weekend, and I might have misspelled the number. I think I put in a extra S instead of an A. And that sometimes that happens, or sometimes, like I said, get in the trash or get in the spam, and they find it and then they click it.
So there goes the link on Brother Cook. So you hit that, that gonna take you straight to here. But let me read this before he come on. He said, I beg to differ too. We as black or dark skinned rules. It's our own ignorance that stop us, not nobody else. I get what you saying, Cook. No, I get what he's saying. He absolutely right. But I'm gonna say this for this, that if there is injustices, we gotta speak up on it. We have to speak up on it because It's happening. Now, there are some people is doing something about it. Yes, there are people in the spaces really doing something about it. So we are pushing it and stuff like that. But on this channel, we gotta talk about the injustices that's really happening out here because if I'm not doing it, I'm not a man. I gotta be fair. So if I'm gonna talk about what you're saying, I'm not saying the brother is wrong. He's not wrong. But we gotta talk about injustices, and we have to understand that it's really happening right now. And that's more than right. I gotta do that. That's more than right. And you know, so that's how it is on here. You know, that's on here. So but go ahead, brothers. Till we wait on brother Cook.
You know, well, like I said, I'm done. Brother Watcher can say his what he want to say.
All right, go ahead.
Like I said, man, the message is important. You know, it's good for Actually, no, I got a feeling like with like October 9th, I feel that Wilder's gonna say something post fight. And I think Wilder might come out with his Nigerian flag because he's got relatives. Oh, sorry, not relatives, but like because he did a DNA test and that came up his Nigerian descent. So I think he's gonna really like rep heavy his background, you know, which is a good thing, you know. I feel like some fighters who are able to do it don't do it enough.
Okay.
I know Errol Spence, like he's got Jamaican background, which I
Right.
had no idea until the Mikey Garcia fight. So I must have been under a rock or something. But that stuff there is important as well, you know.
Gotcha.
Even when Wilder did the Till This Day for George Floyd, you know, I it was just fucking ridiculous. Like people were saying they were criticizing that as well, you know, which is expected anyway, you know, given the world we live in. But yeah, man, you know, like I said before, guys like Wilder and Errol, they're important, man. They're
Yeah.
important people, you know.
Got you. Okay, let's welcome brother R. Cook. You gonna mute your mic, please? Welcome. Finally, we got you here. You gonna mute your mic, brother Cook.
Hey, underrated. How you doing, man?
Much blessings to you and your family.
Thank you, sir. You too. And I just wanted to give a shout out to everybody on the panel, everybody in the chat. How y'all doing? This is my
Hello,
first
sir. How you
time over.
doing?
Yeah,
Hello.
I think y'all got a good subject going on. But I want to ask a question about us being black or melanated. Um, when we do things, anything we do, be it boxing, swimming, basketball, football, I think that we rule that. I think that we have a God, what they call what they consider the God gene, and I think that that's the reason why we do it. I think we fail because of our own demons or our own personal thing, and that's why we fail. We fall into money, or we fall into fame, or we fall into these certain genres, and it keeps us away from the glory. Like you take somebody like Floyd Mayweather, right? I think that we can all agree. I think that we can all agree that at one time, pound for pound, he was the best boxer. And then you got somebody like Pacquiao that come along and shake his frame up. Why? So you go to Floyd Mayweather and you say, "Hey, Floyd, how in the world did you let Pacquiao shake you up?" He gonna say, "Well, you know, I had these things going on in my life. I had this going on. I had that going on. I had my dad in my ear. You know, I had all these certain things going on that pulled me away from my profession." But yet he still triumphed because I still think that he won every time. I do. But if you watch the fight, you will say, well, no, he got his ass beat. You know what I mean? So I think that we as melanated men having that God gene, we reign supreme if we stay loyal to it. It's only until we get off into other things, other type of thinking, we'll lose focus and then we'll lose the fight. That's just what I think. But I think that whatever sport we get into, we gonna run it. We gonna run it. We gonna be the best at it. Whether the society, when I say society, I'm talking about social media, I'm talking about the news, whether they paint this picture. Because if you think about how many black people is actually in this country, and then you look at the statistics, okay, well, what are the statistics? What's the reading? Take the census, for example. When the Census Bureau come around to your home, do you really respond to it? Do you really say, yeah, I got 4 people living in my home? Do you ignore it? Do you throw it in the trash? If you ignore it, which a lot of people do, they throw it in the trash. Now, add that up. Add up how many people, how many black people, when the Census Bureau send that you know how they send that little thing in the mail that you're supposed to fill out and send it back. How many people, how many black people don't fill that out and send it back? A lot of them don't. I know for a long time I didn't. So that means I got a family of 5. So you might say, well, you just got a family of 5. That don't really matter. It don't. But add it up over years, then it'll start mattering, because that's 5 people over 10 years that never subscribed to the Census Bureau. So that means, according to the United States, we never existed as far as the census goes. So you say, well, okay, Brother Cool, what in the hell are you talking about? What I'm talking about is when it comes down to actually participating in things, do we really do that? Because if you look at overall, according to the Census Bureau, how many black people they got committing crimes, how many other nationalities they got committing crimes, who is the majority in the United States? How can we really have an accurate figure if a lot of black people not even subscribing to it? So if you don't even subscribe to it, that means you don't even count it. So if you're not even counted and there's 5 people in your house, 6 people, you know, some of us have big families. Some of us might have 10 people. Over 10 years, you got 10 people that are not in the Census Bureau. That's just one family. What about all the other families that didn't subscribe? So you may even have 100,000, 200,000, 500,000 black people that did not even subscribe to the Census Bureau. So that means we're not even counted. So when you look at certain sports, you say, well, black people rule that sport. I believe that. But the news, like what's that gymnast, that black female gymnast? I can't think of her name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. The black female gymnast, they started cursing her in the media. Right. They started cursing her on social media like she's too good. What? But her counterpart wouldn't have been portrayed that way. But they started putting her down because they like, okay, you too good. When is it that one person, regardless of their color, regardless of their race, regardless of their creed or their religion, when is it that a person becomes too good for a sport? Sports is competition. How can you be too good? You're always going to have a competitor. You're always going to have some, you know, you're always going to have somebody that's going to compete against you. So we're talking about boxing. So in boxing, you always going to have a competitor. But I think that it's fair to say that when melanated or black people come on the scene, we rule. And then the media will say, wait a minute. Oh, you got caught in the hotel with that girl. You got you got caught for a DUI. You got caught up in a drive-by shooting. Whatever it is, they're trying to come on and completely taint the fact that we were great at what we did. And then they'll portray it as something else. But y'all go ahead. My bad. I just want to say that a little bit.
Nah, because I want to keep in the boxing. I really do. I want to keep it in the boxing. My thing is all Cook is this that. I get what you're saying. You're absolutely right. But this is the problem that we have to understand, that you talking about us as melanin people, that we fail. Not saying you, but we fail to understand this. Wherever we do, they always bring it up. Wherever we do, we always get persecuted. We always get, but the other ones, they don't. And on this channel, I could tell you this, that wherever black man is wrong, wherever black woman is wrong, I do state that. But also we have to stay on the continue of hypocrisy, and the racism is really happening right here, and we cannot turn our back from that. You know, we cannot turn our back for it and everything. And I know that this has been happening, and so I am very, very committed. I'm not going to keep on stating that the injustice is what happened. And the ignorance that Brother Cook was talking about, yeah, we got to get that together. Yes. But at the same time, I'm going to state out the injustices. And I don't care what anybody think of me, because I know this going on. And I know I'm not the only one that's thinking about that knows going on. Because this been happening. Going back to Alvarez camp. Here this guy, a Spanish fighter. He got caught up, test positive at PED, but he's saying, I'm drinking herbal tea. Did you check the list, fool? But it's so funny. Mainstream media want to cover it up. And at the same time, we still got some of our people work for mainstream media. Why y'all ain't saying nothing about it? See, this is what I'm talking about, that some of us, we get irritated about. This is sometimes we get angry about it like this. But then you still got some of our people do not want to say nothing. They want to say something else. Nah, I'm a firm believer. I got this from my late pops. And he said this. He said, I'm going to tell you, son, wherever this the truth, you stick with the truth. Anybody want to go away from the truth, you stop them and bring them back to the truth. And that's where I'm at right now. Shout out to Brother Big O. Shout out to you. So what we're going to do, if there's anything else that y'all want to ask, because we're gonna any last words y'all want to say, and then after that, I want to make your last remarks. I'm gonna shut this down, because I think we covered enough. You agree?
Yeah. Easy.
Okay, cool. All right, this is what we're going to do. Brother Cook, you the guest. You're going to make your last remarks. I want you to stay. Brother Rage, Brother George, make your last remarks. I want you to stay. Brother Watcher, make your last remarks. I want you to stay. I will make my last remarks. And I want y'all to stay. We're going to close this out as a family. And thanks a lot. Hit the like button and share this out, y'all. Hit the like button and share this out. Go ahead, Brother Cook.
I appreciate it, man. I really do. What I would say is, I think that we need to get more involved. I think that we can get involved. If we really want to see changes, get involved. And you might say, okay, well, Brother Cool, what you mean by getting involved? Okay, well, you can start right in your community. That's a great place to start. Get involved with what's going on in your community. Find out who your mayor is, who your mayor is, who the who's on the council, who's on the committee, who's on the board. Find out who they are. It's easy to do. It's real easy. You can go to your local library and they got a whole lot of information right there. I just think that once we start getting involved, we can change these biases, because I think that one of the reasons why the bias is so great, the racial conflict is so great, is because we won't get involved. Now, social media is a great platform. It is. It's a real great platform. It's a real great platform. But we as people, when the truth come out, it'll stay small. I'll take you for an example, brother Underrated Darkness. You got a platform, right? But it's a smaller platform compared to these big platforms that don't want to portray the truth. I got a platform, but it's a small platform as compared to the bigger platform that don't want to give the truth out. So, okay, fine. How can we get it out another way? There's another avenue. We can actually get involved in the community. We can actually get involved. Our vote counts. It does. And if it don't count, get on the board. They'll welcome you. All you got to do is go in there and petition. That's all you got to do. It's real easy. A lot of this stuff is online. You can find out your county commissioner, your county mayor, the county mayor, not even the state mayor, just the county mayor. You can go on their platform, fill out an application, you're in there. And you can become a part of your community and you can start moving. It's like chess. These people are playing chess and we playing checkers. Get out of that checkers mode, get into that chess mode. So when they move their piece, you move your piece right into a checkmate.
Got you. Okay.
That's all I want to say. But I appreciate you letting me on, man. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Love y'all, man. Keep doing what you're doing, Underrated Darkness.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Brother George Reyes, last remarks, please.
Just like the brother said, it's like, like the quote movies. You remember the movie Soul Food? Mama Joe said, separate we can't do anything, but you put your fists together, you can create a mighty blow. Mm-hmm. And we do have to stand for each other. And the thing with boxing is that the fact is, we have to, like anything, you got to clean from the bottom to get to the top. It's going to take a long time. It's not going to change anytime soon. You're going to have those that's going to ingratiate themselves into the people who have the power, who have the money, and all the other conveniences. And then when we tell people, hey, you know what? Point out when this person's doing wrong. When you point out that person's doing wrong, you just can't have it, so easy way. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Okay, while the leg was shaky, but you don't say anything about Pac-Man's leg being shaky. When you see a guy get busted on PEDs, you don't point out when this guy gets busted on PEDs. You got to realize that, when you use this, the fight game used to have a lot of respect. It used to be as the old name was the sweet science, but it's more like bad math. If you look at it, it's not much. It's just sad. That's why a lot of people are watching more MMA. MMA, even though it's not as perfect, it's still kind of, people see it as trash fighting, but it is, it's technologically better. I mean, and like one thing is, you get knocked out, you don't keep on going. You say, what, you got knocked out, you do, you go in the corner, you're done. And it's just, only thing it needs is just the fact is the fighters should get more paid for what they're doing compared to boxers. I mean, remember, like Floyd Mayweather didn't get out of bed for anything under $100 million, and it's just the fact these guys come and train, they fight, they get ready, it's just, boxing just doesn't have respect like it used to. And it's old media, it's old, it's just, they just don't want to, speak the truth with somebody that's in their corner, in their camp, that does wrong, but always going to point out somebody else's wrongs. That's the problem. You just can't be throwing stones in glass houses when you got a glass house yourself.
Okay. Stay right there. Ooh, I'm going to
Yeah.
speak. Oh, go ahead, Brother Watcher.
It was great to be on again, man. We touched on a lot. You know, it was good. It was real detailed. You know, I'm I'm looking forward to what the future holds, especially with fighters speaking out on these issues. Um, I think we're going to see a real heavy touch on this with like guys like Errol, Spence, and Wilder. And I think that would be good. That would be good for them, and it will be good for others. And I think with their contribution, it should encourage a few others to hop on as well. But yeah, man, it was great chopping it up with you guys for sure.
Thank you. I'm going to say this, right? And I want your brothers to understand what I'm saying. And I beg to differ. I think we do be on boards. And I know for a fact that other fighters in the past had fought for this. Had to do everything, the right and everything like this. We had done it. But it's not enough. And what we have to do right now, and it's the one thing that us as a people that we don't do, that I notice, we do not like to stick to the issue. We want to take the issue here. We want to take the issue there. We don't want to. No, we're going to stick to the doggone issue. And the issue is this, that there are still injustices in here. And whatever the injustices were on, whatever it is, we got to put it right then and there. And we got to stay on their neck. And the ones who did it in the past at the boards and everything, we had to acknowledge them. We had to acknowledge them because they had been standing on the forefront. But the sad thing about it is this, that mainstream media want to bring out the ones who's not doing it. So that's why we talk about them. Nah, I'm not saying you're wrong. Trust me, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just a different breed. And what I'm saying is this. The ones that don't want to do the work in the past, we need to throw them out. But the ones who doing the work, we got to protect them. We got to acknowledge them because there is a problem in boxing. What's going on? Organized crime is riffle stuff. The Irish is putting their foot up in it now. They have paid off some of the U.S., the people in the U.S. to promotion. And they keeping their mouth shut what's going on. So I would say this. Analyze the right thing and attack it. Analyze what's going on and attack it. No more blindly agonize. No. I'm going for the head. And that's what it is. If we said that we're going to protect the ones that in the past paid away, we have the obligation to do it. No more blind conversation. No more your own interpretation. Stick to the issue and attack them with it. Just like we said in boxing. When you make a person go backwards, their foot, you make them feel uncomfortable. So this is what we do. We need to take our action and make mainstream media make them go backwards so they can feel very uncomfortable so we can conquer. And that is the way that we're going to get them. And the ones in this space is doing it, y'all keep on doing it. We with y'all. The ones who's traveling to your destination home or you're by yourself in the group, please take extra safety precaution because the climate out there is real and we don't want nothing to happen to you. And I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Brother Cook. Fine, we got you up there. I want you to go to Brother Cook. Please go check him out. Go All Rays. Please check him out. Go to Brother Watcher. Go check him out. And also TS Boxing. Go check him out. And everybody else. This is the last of the Underrated Boxing Talk number 43. Don't know when 44, but it'll be soon. And I already got okay that Brother George and Brother Watcher is going to be the GRINDA series. Anybody that disrespect boxing, we going after their neck. We ain't talking about just none but boxers. We talking anybody that associate boxing, we going for the head. So beware. It's happening. Stay blessed, everybody. To y'all, to your families. Stay blessed. Until next time, this one is Ghost.
Good night.